Yeah, I'm gonna jump into this news right quick. Now, this is old news for me. You might hear this news this week come out or tomorrow. Don't be surprised if you hear it tomorrow. And I gotta address something before I go on here. This is not towards any channels as big channels or nothing, but because it's been happening to me for about a year now, so this is my first time addressing this before I get into the real news that nobody's talking about. But I'm gonna address something real quick. Bro, I'm gonna say this right now. And I've seen it, and I've seen it, and I've seen it. If y'all gonna steal anybody's information, don't make it obvious, man. We got people out here stealing information using the same thumbnails I'm using. I don't even know how to make thumbnails that good. We got dudes out here making the same thumbnails as I'm making on the same topics. And I'm not talking about just something that everybody's talking about. I'm talking about somebody literally stole a video that looks just like mine. I wasn't even looking for it. It popped up on my thing. I'm like, hold on, is that my video? Man, come on, man. Like, bro, as Americans, bro, dudes is some of the weakest people when it comes to boxing. Like, bro, y'all can give me a repost, a tweet, a like, a comment, or something. Like, help me out in the algorithm. That's weak, though. Like, to be doing that, and I'm not even hitting the like button, then you copy the whole video I got, should put you on blast right now. It's the third time somebody did that. These dudes have no creativity on YouTube. No creativity when it comes to boxing news, nothing. You gonna steal the same exact video I did? Copy my same exact video thumbnail? That's what we doing? Bro, these dudes out here so weak. I would never associate with you dudes in the future. All you doing is burning the bridge that ain't even been made yet. And I'm not done. All y'all doing is burning the bridge with me. Cause I get respect from real OGs in boxing. But with y'all like younger guys around here, the way y'all moving, it's suspect. I mean, they can't even give me a tweet, a repost, a comment, or nothing. Steal the whole video. Now, if I was petty, I would come out and make a video about it. And you know who I'm talking about. It's a few of y'all doing that. Now, I ain't talking about any older channels. I'm talking about newer channels doing this. I ain't talking about no older channel. I mean, if somebody came and got some information, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about somebody copying the same exact thumbnail I got. Like, what are we doing out here? Bro, that gotta stop. That made me so angry last night. I'm like, man, what? That's like, I don't know. That's like Drake stealing somebody's lyrics. I feel like Soulja Boy when Drake stole his lyrics. You stole my whole flow. Everything. From top to bottom. Whole flow. But that just let me know right there that I'm at the top. I'm the elite. The numbers might not show it. The likes might not show it. I know why. Because, you know, haters, it is what it is. Jealousy is a real deep thing. But let me get into this boxing real quick. But yeah. I'm gonna start blocking you dudes who do that too. Like for real. Y'all been doing that for a while, bro. Y'all be running around stealing people content like that? Dude stole a whole thumbnail I did. Y'all don't even know how to make thumbnails. Yeah, that was a coward move. But let me get into this news. Cause people don't be thinking I be seeing stuff, and I be seeing everything. But the news that I've been sitting on for months and months. I've been sitting on this news for a long time. I've been knowing some of this news. I've been knowing so much news I forget about it. I've been sitting on this news for a long time. Long time. When everybody was sitting back arguing over Tank, Lomachenko ducking. Lomachenko ducking. Appreciate that, Truth. You seen that picture in the Discord I showed you? You seen what I put in the Discord last night? What's up, bro? This gonna be a good live right here. Ain't nobody knows about this yet. I've been sitting on this for a while. I was just gonna do this since the Tyson Fury thing. It's not really a lot of hype around it right now, so you seen? Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna do a video on that. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Hey, we was talking about that, what, 2 days ago? When was we talking about that? What's today? Thursday? We was talking about that, what, Tuesday? Yeah, shout out to Truth, man. Real OG. Yeah, I mess with Truth. Truth a real one. Bro, a real one. He a real one. Me and him be talking about fights before they happen. Me and him was just talking about this fight between Billy and Sanjo. We were just talking about this fight 2 days ago. Y'all know how many fights on this channel me and him that talked about that actually happened? These promoters be listening. They don't be listening to the other channels because they be talking about the same fighters every day. These promoters be listening. Trust me. But it was some good news. That Sanjo and Billy fight gonna be good. A lot of people saying now it's starting to make sense. I don't think Billy ducked Pacheco. I thought he did. I don't think he did though. I think he actually I think Sanjo and then Billy, that situation, I think they wanted to make a fight happen with Steven Nelson. But Steven Nelson ain't had no opportunity to fight nobody who's in the elites. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Facts. Big facts. Facts. We were just talking about that Tuesday. Real boxing news. Appreciate that, dog. That was Tuesday we was talking about that. Yeah, we be talking about real boxing over here. Stuff that's really gonna happen. It might not make sense to them right now, but yeah, France, that pipeline of France getting real right now. Yeah, you was on there early though, Truth. I gotta give you that. I gotta give you credit on that one. The African French pipeline you was talking about. Yeah, you was on that. No, I didn't know that either. Oh, you talking about over the weekend? Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen that after the fight. I was like, hold on. I'm surprised. I didn't see nothing about it. Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's why I was talking about him this week. I didn't know that. Man, it was too many fights on this weekend. Even if we would have got a redo, it ain't no way we would have been able to watch the fight at the same time. It's too many fights on. I think he fought around the same time Clark fight, probably. What? Clark fought then yeah, we wouldn't have made it. I ain't even get to see the fight. All I seen was him raising his hand. I just seen him raising his hand, man. That was it. That's gonna be a good fight, man. Who you got? If you had to pick right now, who you got? I don't know, man. Sanjo ain't no joke, dog. I'm kind of leaning towards him, but we gonna see. Right now, I'm leaning towards Sanjo a little bit. I'm gonna go back and look at that Lomachenko fight again. I can't really tell, cause let me pull it up right now. That boy Sanjo a beast. Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot more of these late lives, man. I usually like doing them in the mornings, but I know a lot of people like watching stuff at night. I do as well, so. Yeah, man, I got Sanjo right now. Right now I do. Right now I do. His punch selection a little better. And him and then Billy, they similar in build, man. You know, a little while ago, I was like, man, he looks like Billy a little bit. Not because they both dark. It's just that, he looked like him. Oh, let me let this load up real quick. Yeah, you was on that one early. Man, my gig gonna have some tough sledding when he get back. If he get back in the runnings. Yeah, he did. He did fast. I thought old boy. I thought what's the old dude name with the uppercuts? Carlos start with a G. I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. He almost got him out of there. The dude who fought Lester Martinez on Pro Box recently. Man, he almost got him up out of there. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but Munguia chin is still suspect. I mean, not Munguia, but in Billy chin, yeah, Gungor. Gungor almost got him up out of there, dog. When Gungor hit him with that uppercut, his legs went out. Hey, I don't know why I can't pull up Discord right now. Let me see. I'm pulling up my phone. Tripping. I don't know why the computer tripping right now. Yeah, Gungor almost got him up out of there. Gungor almost got him up out of there, boy. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a boxer, I'll try to see. I'll try to see if Gungor can show me them uppercuts. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Let me get this up out of here then. Um, yeah, let me see this real quick. The real you was talking about? Man, I got some news to talk about tonight. It's gonna be some good news right here. Ooh, that's nice right there. I ain't never seen no fight in the Bahamas. Oh man, they got old. Oh yeah, this fire right here. Ooh, who was that with that knockout? Man, who's that bald head dude with that knockout? Hey, I'm gonna be real with you, man. That little boxer they got, the one who won the from Albania. Hey man, that's a dude, man. They can play games all they want to. That's a dude, dog. They can keep playing little games they want to. That's a dude, man. That dude look like Rafael Espinoza, man. That's a dude, man. I don't know why they got that boxer on there 2 or 3 times. That's a dude, man. Dang, that was lit right there. Dudes was getting knocked out on that card. I gotta go back and watch that. Yeah, they and Billy and Sanjo, man. Hey, that's gonna be it right there, bro. I'm not really complaining. I would have liked to see Munguia, but that's just as tough as a fight. I know people don't know Sanjo who he is, but they gonna find out in a minute. And Billy better get ready. Now my question is, does he really have an injury and when he gonna fight? If they setting up the fight right now, what is that? So we got 8 weeks away. What's that, early March, early mid-March? What's gonna be around March? What? I think they got a fight on March the 2nd, so that's gonna be a Saturday. So what, they gonna fight on what, March 16th? 23rd? 23rd kind of late. I think you're gonna fight around the middle of March. February too stacked right now, so they're gonna have to fight in March. Yeah, they look lit right there. I wonder who that guy was. That bald head guy with the that threw the right hook and knocked that guy out. Who was that? What was out there looking like Mindy? Yeah, Sanjo, man, that's gonna be a good fight for and Billy, dog. And Billy, hey, that 168 division, it ain't no easy fights right now. And it's kind of crazy because if you think about it, the fact that Sanjo is looked at as an easier fight than Iglesias, bro, he gonna have some trouble at that weight class. I'm gonna be real with you. If Billy don't work on that jab, he ain't gonna last. My problem with him right now is just the jab, man. He's not jabbing a lot. And Billy gotta get back. He gotta get the jabbing. You can't walk everybody down. And I don't like, man, if people just look at what Gongoria did, they'll be all right. Sanjo throw an uppercut, it's a wrap. And Billy, his chin be in the air too much. He got the same issue Munguia got, but Munguia got a jab. But he's super aggressive, phone booth, that chin be in the air. He gotta fix that. I think he did a better job against Dervinchenko, but both of them were hurt. I didn't know Dervinchenko was hurt. I thought Billy was hurt. But I didn't know Navarrete was hurt. So it was kind of hard to dissect that fight. Then to go straight into this fight, Sanjo, they kind of built the same. Yeah, Sanjo first name Kevin. Yeah, they built the same, dog. Him and Sanjo built the same. Sanjo got that grown man strength too. He 34 years old. Man, Sanjo rocked up, bro. Man, this dude a problem, man. That boy built like Conwell at 68 or something. That's how Charles Conwell would look if he was at 68. Yeah, buddy rocked up, man. And it's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, 168, one of my favorite divisions. Imagine if Morrell and them guys were still down there. Man, that weight class. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on this dude, man. Do not sleep on him. The French quarters might be looking a little good right now. Out of Cameroon. 5'8". This dude got an 87% knockout rate. Yeah, he been getting it done. This is a step up fight for him too as well, but he's not gonna go in there playing, man. This is a career fight for him. The fact that he fought Jack Cullen like 3 years ago, I think that's gonna be all right for him. He early on the ball with that one. Cause Jack Cullen, he went. What Sanjo knocked him out right at the Abney Yildirim went. Hold on, when did Yildirim fight? Let me see this. Dang, he fought. So Sanjo fought Jack Cullen right at the Yildirim did, and this is after Yildirim fought Canelo. Okay. Oh, that ball guy. I don't know why my IG ain't coming up, man. I mean, not IG, my Discord. I'm about to pull up my phone. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he ain't that big. I thought he was bigger than that. He got some good reach too. No wonder he caught that guy from the outside like that. His reaches amazing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Ooh, that's a good fight. Wilder and Ngannou and Billy Sanjo. And then who else we was talking about on that card? Man, that's a good card right there. It was a one. I think we was talking about in Billy already. We was talking about FA and we was talking about FA and Bacoli. Oh, Dogba and Sagawa. That's a good fight, bro. That's a good one. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, that's a good idea, bro. I'm gonna have to write that down. Ooh, you said Kafu Chocolatito? That's a good one. You know why that's a good one? Chocolatito need a fight like that. Even though I know he a bigger name and whatever, he need a fight like that. He just fought in South America recently. And that's the same type of vibe with the atmosphere he had recently on the last card he had. I forgot who the guy he fought. It was in Central America. I forgot what country it was. Yeah, Kafu and that's a good fight card, bro. You put some stuff together right now. Man, that's a good fight card right there. I agree with that. Man, Dogba ain't fought in a minute too. Dogba ain't fought since he fought Nick Ball. I'm pretty sure he taking a break, man. He been fighting so many people. Yeah, that's a lit card, man. I didn't think these African fighters was gonna be this competitive, this fast, but they starting to go to the jab, man. It's a generation where they starting to jab more. And then Billy, man, he kind of out of, he ain't in the pack right now as far as the jab. That's why I'm kind of iffy. He can jab, but he ain't trying to do it. Yeah, that'll work too. As far as that Kafu and Chocolatito fight, I think that's guaranteed to fight to happen. I ain't gonna lie, I think that's guaranteed. I don't know where they gonna fight at though. That's a good question. What's up, Al? What's going on, man? I don't know where they gonna fight at, but I don't know. This dude Sanjo might beat the crap out of him, Billy. What's going on, Al, man? Nice to see you, man. Oh, so let me go ahead and get along with this news, man. I don't want to sit up here and just have this topic sitting up here for no reason. But yeah, we're gonna get back to that truth. You talking some yeah, what you just said, we're gonna have to write that down in the archives. But the news that I've been sitting on recently for a while, a long time, is this I'm gonna say the Navarrete and Lomachenko news. I'm gonna go to that first. Now, I was kind of going back and forth with a couple of things. I thought that Lomachenko fighting Baranchik was a long shot. I thought that Baranchik and Keyshawn Davis was gonna fight first. Then he fought Lemos. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. But then it kind of clicked in my head. I knew that the Tank Davis, now let me just go to this. They said Tank Davis was supposed to fight Lomachenko. I know they said this, Bob said this, Tank people said this. But what I've heard out of Navarrete's mouth, you're going to hear people bring this up after I say this. I'm going to be the first person to say this. I don't know who else said this, but I know I've been sitting on this news for like 2 months. Probably longer than that. But Navarrete said out of his own mouth that if he would have beat Baranchik, he was supposed to fight Lomachenko next. So if we know anything, Baranchik fought. When did Navarrete fight Baranchik? What was that? That was like in the spring? Before the summer, was it? That was in May? Yeah, that was May, okay. So 7 months ago. So it was May 5th, May 18th. So that was 7 months ago. 7 months in a day. Navarrete was supposed to fight Lomachenko next. Oh, the same day. Thank you, Truth. It was that night. That's why I was so tired I didn't watch it. Because I did not watch the fight. I was so tired, bro. It was a long day. I had went out of town. I came back in. So, thank you. The same day. So, Navarrete was supposed to fight Lomachenko. So, I know Tank Davis was saying before he fought Frank Martin, which was that June 15th or whatever. All the way up until that fight, he was saying, yeah, I got Lomachenko next. I'm trying to fight Lomachenko next. And Bob Arum was like, yeah, we trying to set up Lomachenko versus Tank. We trying to set up Lomachenko versus Tank. Now, mind you, I'm going to drop a little hint on y'all. A lot of people not going to understand what I'm going to say next, so it is what it is. I know I'm going to lose a lot of people. They can't think for a long time. But this is after Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fought. Okay? So, mind you, all this is going on. So they're taking Tank off the table. Lomachenko's off the table for other opponents. So they're saying Lomachenko and Tank, Lomachenko and Tank. Navarrete said recently, I was supposed to fight Lomachenko after this. Now let me ask y'all a question. Who do y'all believe the most? Now I've been doing boxing news for a year now. Navarrete has done everything he said he was going to do. Navarrete said, I'm not going to use my super champion status unless I go to 135. If I go to 135 and use my status, I want to be serious when I go to the division. That's when he went to fight Baranchik after the fight he had before that. I forgot who he fought before that. Let's go ahead and look at that. Navarrete had fought. Yeah, he had fought Garcia to that draw, remember? A lot of people thought Navarrete had lost. And mind you, a big reason, this is all allegedly, I don't want to get in trouble. A big reason I think that Navarrete had a draw against Garcia was because he wouldn't lose his status. You understand what I'm saying? If he would have lost his status, he wouldn't have been able to go up to fight Baranchik. So instead of giving the win to Garcia, they made it a draw. He was able to keep the belt, keep the status. And what did he do right after the Garcia fight? He had surgery and he went straight up to 135. You know what I'm saying? Bet. All right, because I'm kind of like going through it myself. I don't know what I'm gonna say. So he had his status and he went straight up to 135. I had made a video about that. If you look up Navarrete Can't face a boxer. I made a video like in November last year or something like that when he was talking about keeping his status and he don't want to use it like other boxers do. They take advantage of it to avoid fights. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, I respect Navarrete. And so when he did that, that's when Top Rank came back and what they did with Foster and Castacio. Castacio got whooped, but what they do? Allegedly, I don't want to get in trouble. During the Castacio Foster fight, the judges, I'll just say the judges gave it to Castacio after he just got robbed by Navarrete, right? So a lot of people are like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. That all had to do with Lomachenko because Lomachenko was doing his return, and that's when he came back to fight Kambosos and ended up stopping him. Now, at that time, they were saying, yeah, Tank gonna fight Lomachenko. Tank gonna fight Lomachenko. And I'm like, nah, that don't sound right. Like, a lot of people just so sure about it. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Now, this is proof right here. Now, everybody's hearing this. Just give your boy credit. Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Just give me credit for it. I done did a lot of homework on this. Just give me credit. So, Navarrete ended up losing to Baranchik. Once he lost to Baranchik, Lomachenko like, I'm not finna fight Baranchik. He came up through the amateurs with me. I'm not finna fight an ex-teammate that was on the team with me as far as we friends. And that's my countryman. I know a lot of people from same countries fight each other, but you know, Ukraine don't got that many fighters, so to knock each other off, to them, it doesn't make any sense. So he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So what did Lomachenko said? I'm gonna take time off and see what I'm gonna do with my career. Right? So now, with this situation happening, Lomachenko is now back into, you know, the fold as far as all the other guys at 135. But he did that move so he wouldn't have to fight Baranchik. He was going to fight Navarrete. Obviously, they thought Navarrete was going to win, and he did it. So that kind of messed everything up. So that's the proof right there that Navarrete and Lomachenko was going to fight next. It wasn't going to be Baranchik. And I just said Navarrete had already explained that. He said if I would have won the fight, I would have been fighting Lomachenko. We was already discussing fighting Lomachenko next. It was already set in stone that once I get this belt, Lomachenko is going to be fighting me. You know why? It's an in-house fight. Navarrete is a guy who just came from 130. Lomachenko is a guy who came from 130. It makes sense. And then what even confirms that is Keyshawn Davis and Baranchik now fighting. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole Tank Davis and Lomachenko thing was never even a serious conversation. It was never a serious conversation. It was more so for promotion. It was more so to build up than fight for probably later on. But Lomachenko didn't necessarily retire. He hasn't retired yet, you know what I'm saying? So he hasn't officially retired. So all these months I've been trying to figure out what's going on. That's what's going on. And I knew that news. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I knew this news like 2 months ago. At least. As far as the Navarrete thing. I knew that like 2 months ago. I already knew that like months ago, but I'm talking about confirmed. Like that he literally said that himself. That yeah, if I would have got the win against Baranchik, I would have been fighting Lomachenko next. And then we're back in this situation, right? And now Tank is talking about, yeah, Ryan Garcia. We got Lamont Roach fight. Yeah, I do. Me too. It's still, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since the Keyshawn and Baranchik fight is so close to like February, since it's in February, I can see Loma doing something where he can mess around with something like in May, a Navarrete fight in May. I can see that going on. Navarrete just fought what? I'm gonna tell y'all why that's possible right now. I'm agree. I do want to see that fight too. Truth. I was saying that before I got on here. I was like, for some reason, I want to see that fight still. I'm gonna tell you why it makes sense. Navarrete just said he still want to go back up to 135 again and try it again. And he said he only got 4 or 5 fights left in his career or something like that. So that's a sign right there. Navarrete is telling everybody, I only got 4 fights left. I don't know why he said that, because I don't think he's that old. How old is Navarrete? Navarrete 29? He's talking about he got 4 or 5 fights left. So if he got 4 or 5 fights left, yeah, he gonna probably fight everybody that's in top rank at 135, all the top guys. And he gonna be up out of there. And he can't make 130 that well too. I know he was struggling probably to make 130. But if you look at Navarrete's schedule from last year, he fought in November, then he came back when? In May. Then he came back in December this year, and he probably gonna come back in May. If it's not May, it's gonna be June. And that's gonna give, and when did they say Lomachenko was gonna make a decision on him fighting or whatever? Around May or April. So that lines up with Navarrete and Lomachenko's schedule again, right? Being on par with each other. Because you remember Keyshawn Davis was talking about fighting Navarrete before Baranchik was an option. Before Navarrete got that 135 belt, you can look it up right now. Just type in Keyshawn Davis and Navarrete on Google. Keyshawn Davis was talking about fighting Navarrete at 135. He was like, I want to fight Navarrete. And then Shakur was like, I want to fight Navarrete. I'm like, why does everybody want to fight Navarrete? He ain't got no belt. He was going to have a belt, so that made sense. They was going to try to unify or get a Keyshawn. He was going to try to get a belt through Navarrete. Well, he's going to fight for that same belt now. And that makes a lot of sense. So when I heard that kind of gives the sign that Lomachenko ain't going to make no moves right now as far as retirement. He's still in the loop, which helps a lot of things. But I did not know that they were kind of on schedule that way. You know, once I look at things, I'm not looking into it too much unless it comes straight to me, but that was the plan. That's still the plan right now. So don't be surprised if that happens. Navarrete, he's fighting every 6 months. And May, that's around the same time you can see a Lomachenko back in the ring. And I'm pretty sure Lomachenko would like to, he'll be out a little over a year. So he would probably want to get in the ring with a Navarrete. And then we're hearing the rumors of Keyshawn and Tank possibly fighting. Or that could possibly be something that people will look for. It's going to have to happen because if Keyshawn ends up with a belt, Shakur Stevenson has a belt, and then you have Lomachenko with a belt. If Tank can't get Lomachenko, he's going to have to go towards Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson. Or Bob can just say, hey, you know what? I'll have Keyshawn and Lomachenko fight each other. But you still got to get past Baranchik. He's not a bum. You know what I'm saying? Baranchik is not a bum. This dude he's definitely going to come out to fight. It's going to be the toughest fight Keyshawn had. This guy's a real deal. But that's the plan, though. That is definitely the plan. That looks good to me. It looks like Top Rank knows what they're doing. And a lot of people are overlooking that, the Tank news as far as when Tank said, oh, yeah, I'm going to fight Lomachenko. that kind of threw everybody off. So a lot of people are still thinking that what I'm saying, if Baranchik beats Keyshawn, they're gonna have Loma. Oh man, I don't know if Loma gonna fight Baranchik. You think Loma will fight Baranchik if that happens? That's a good question. I don't know. Let's say Baranchik go out there and beat Keyshawn. If he goes out there and beat Keyshawn, I don't know. I can still see that Navarrete fight happening. You know why? Because that's gonna buy Lomachenko a little bit of time. No way Lomachenko take off 14 months and go straight into a Tank Davis fight. No way he's able to do that. I think they're playing the waiting game right now. Not as far as Loma. Loma knows what the plan is on top rank side. But with Tank Davis, he's gonna need one of those guys. And the only person that's not on top rank is gonna be Shakur Stevenson. So he's still gonna be out of the loop. Really, Bob can wait he can wait towards the end of 2025 and figure out what Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis gonna do. And he can put some pressure on them as far as fighting each other. Because we already seen Lomachenko. I'm gonna drop a hint too on this. We seen Lomachenko recently with Turkey Al-Sheikh at the Riyadh season. And if anybody knows anything, it's a reason why Lomachenko was at Riyadh season during that fight. Lomachenko was not in California at no Riyadh season fight because he wanted to see a good fight. He was there for a reason. So he already got the hint that, hey, you know, a certain fight can happen in Riyadh season for you, Loma. Whether it's for 2 belts, 3 belts, never know. But at a certain point, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give too much out. But at a certain point, whether it's Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis, somebody gonna be pressured to fight or move up. You know what I'm saying? So I can see Lomachenko saying, you know what? I'll just fight Navarrete. I'll fight Navarrete, and then let's just see what Keyshawn and Tank does around August. Around August, let's see what they do. Because that'll give Lomachenko, 3 months? Then Lomachenko can come right back in September? He could just say, man, let me see what they do in August. If Tank ain't fought nobody by August, because that's going to be February? Tank going to fight in February. He going to fight March 1st. So it's going to be April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months. So if Tank go 5 months without fighting, anybody that's that has a belt at that 135 division, it's going to be pressure on him. Especially if Lomachenko's already came back and boom, had that Navarrete fight. Lomachenko could just say, I fight Keyshawn Davis. That's an in-house fight. Or Baranchik. If Baranchik's still around, they can probably just have Baranchik fight Tank instead of Tank. You never know. That's if Baranchik wins. But it all depends, though. You know, a lot of 135s are still in the loop. And to be honest with you, it still could be an upset that happens in that situation. We still got Raymond Muritai out there. Bob Arum can turn around and have Baranchik fight Raymond Muritai. Bob Arum can take his time on this right now, as far as with the belts at 135. He can take his time. He can just do in-house fight after in-house fight. At the in-house fight, and then Shakur Stevenson be like, you know what, I'm dropping this belt. And then Bob would be like, okay, we got Abdullah Mason. He highly ranked. He'll be like 21 around that time. Yeah, let's throw him in the loop. So a lot of that definitely can happen. But one thing I do know is Lomachenko and Navarrete was supposed to be next. And that also helps kind of figure out if Lomachenko was going to retire or not. But yeah, I had this news for like 2 months. I was going through my videos and I seen it. So I just posted the other video and I was like, man, let me talk about this. Then it started making sense to me a little bit. Yeah, I've known about this for a while. Matter of fact, let me find out when I posted that video. When I originally posted it. Let me see. Give me a second. My chance. I posted that video. No, it wasn't that long ago. I don't know why I thought it. I posted that video on day before Thanksgiving. It wasn't that long ago. It was the ready to retire video when I was thinking about is he gonna retire or not. I posted that on November. So it wasn't that long ago. And then I posted another video right here. Let me show y'all this. So y'all won't think I'm show y'all the stuff I've been covering. I've been covering this a lot. Sometimes I say I post too much news that don't make sense. I be like, sometimes I tell myself I overdo it. Sometimes I be like, man, I just be posting videos for no reason. No, I don't. I need to keep posting. You see what that says right there? And I posted this video on, when did I post this video? I posted this video September 11th. And then watch this video I posted. I posted this video July 20th. I posted this video. Let me pull this one up. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. This is very important. So when a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about on these videos, this is the reason why. I told you I'd be like 2 or 3 months ahead, 5 months, 6 months sometimes. Who should Floyd Schofield fight at the Shakur Stevenson? It depends on what he does in that fight. If Floyd Schofield goes out there and he's competitive but he loses, I don't know. He can be in a situation. It depends on how much Oscar want to push him after a loss. Oscar could be in a situation where he pulls back. He could do a situation where I don't know. Zepeda's trying to stay in the loop right now, but he's kind of out of the loop. He's still, I think Zepeda's in line for the Lomachenko belt. I think he had went that route. But I posted this video where I said Lomachenko versus Tank deal was never done. It was all fake news. I posted this video. You said Shakur would get Zepeda? Oh yeah. He is trying to do that, but Zepeda still can make a spin move. But yeah, you're right, Zepeda. You're right about that pounder. Shakur will get Zepeda. I forgot about that. You know, I forgot about Zepeda already. I posted this video in July. The deal was never done. When people, I'm telling you, in August after Bud fought Madrimov, that was like what, 3 weeks later after I posted this video. After that, that's when people started talking about Tank versus Lomachenko. That's when people said Lomachenko ducking. I was like, I'm not gonna post that. And then that's when people said Shakur was supposed to fight Tank after this. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, you said he's going to fight Shakur. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. I keep thinking that Zepeda's still #1 contender in all 4 sanctioning bodies. I forgot that he went that route. So behind closed doors, and it's just allegedly, Turki Al-Sheikh has already had discussions with all these guys or the people, their teams, as far as what direction he's trying to go. all of it has to play out. It has to play out, you know, domestically before it becomes like a Saudi fight or something. But it has to play out right now. It's trying to figure out different couple of things. But pay attention to 135 because it is moving right now. They are, like, even with the guy, the way Miritai, he can be in the mix somehow because he's still with Top Rank. Top Rank can kind of extend that and throw those guys in the mix and then figure out what Tank's doing at 35, probably later, mid 2025, late 2025. I don't think Shakur Stevenson's gonna stay at 135 forever. How long has Shakur Stevenson been at 135? I'm only gonna tell y'all this because y'all in here. Y'all, it's late right now, so I'm gonna give y'all this good news. I'm not supposed to say what I'm gonna say next, but it is what it is. So Shakur Stevenson, I say at the end of 2025, if that fight ain't happen with Shakur Stevenson, he probably gonna get up out of there. If ain't no moves made at 2025, by the end of 2025, Shakur Stevenson might get up out of 135. Not because he's scared or nothing. Shakur Stevenson's still getting big, man. I don't know if people know it or not. He's not small like he used to be. So he might fill out to the point when he's at 140. He touched the weight room a couple of times. He's gonna be at 140, but by the end of I'll say 2025, early 2026. So if nothing's really concrete or moved for Shakur by the end of 2026, that means Top Rank gonna end up circling all these belts. And that's not gonna be any moves made. But yeah, that deal was never on the table as far as that because Bob was doing that. He a promoter. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? He does his job well. Very well. But that was the plan though. Lomachenko, Baranchik getting the belt, that's when Lomachenko was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So technically Baranchik messed everything up, you know. I know a lot of people said Baranchik should fight Lomachenko, even though they from the same country, but it is what it is. Shoot, these guys we got over here should be fighting each other. Shoot, they from the same country too. And we got a ton of 135s over here right now. But it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be slow. They're gonna be a tad bit behind 154. We might see 154 undisputed before we see 135 undisputed. Yeah, but I don't know if Top Rank. I don't know what I gotta see. Yeah, that you right about that. Pounder. I don't know if Top Rank gonna go in that direction because they still ain't even put out the news about Navarrete. Like what I'm telling you right now, they still got Bob running around talking about Teofimo this and he ain't never said the fact that Navarrete and Lomachenko was gonna fight each other. So and he also Bob announced, I ain't trying to get in trouble. This is allegedly. But Bob announced that Tank and Lomachenko was gonna fight next. But Navarrete has already said that no, me and Lomachenko were gonna be next. It wasn't gonna be, and that was gonna be a unification. So technically, Lomachenko and Navarrete would have been unifying 2 weeks ago. So the original schedule was Lomachenko unify in November. He has 2 belts. Then that would have put the pressure on everybody else. So he would have had Navarrete. Possibly, I don't know if he would have went into straight into the Keyshawn Davis fight. But he would have had those 2 belts, and then would have had Tank and Shakur would have had the other 2 belts. And I think Keyshawn could have probably put the pressure on Tank then to go straight into a fight, but like Baranchi kind of changed the plans up. So now they kind of shuffling things. You got Miritai, he's a lot more active now. If you notice, Miritai fought in July? And then he fought again in, when did Kid Austin fight? October? So October and July he fought. So he's getting a lot more active. I think, and you're right about that pole pounder. If you look at the way Miritai's moving, I think he's the measuring stick right now to figure out what's going on at 135. If you look at how fast he's moving now he's starting to get fights. Boom, boom, boom. So that makes a lot of sense. And he fought on the Golden Boy card? Dude fought on the Golden Boy card. So that's a huge, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge hint right there I'm dropping. The dude fought on the Golden Boy card. So I don't know. They can turn around and say, you know what, Schofield, you fight Miritai after this Shakur Stevenson fight. They could do it like that. Because we know that Schofield game. But everybody's not going to have a chance to get a crack at the belt right now at 2025, but they will be like a fight away or two. Like Miritai, he's probably like 1 or 2 fights away. If I had to guess, probably say 2 fights if I had to put some money on it. Yeah, since he has the belt, since he has the belt, I think he would think about it. Since Navarrete has the belt, I think he would think about it. But got to see how his weight is. He don't like the way his weight is fluctuating right now. I think the biggest issue for Navarrete was his weight. Then he kind of made me nervous recently, talking about he don't like 130. He don't like the weight. I think he wants to move up, feels a little more comfortable. He's talking more about 35 still. Like even going into the Valdez fight, he talking about 35. He's like, yeah, man, I still want to see how I look at 35 again eventually. I'm like, what? What is this dude talking about? So he still likes 35 to test himself. But Foster with unification, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. It really does. Top Rank can easily go ahead and just use Miritai. They can go with the Miritai and Lomachenko fight. They really could. Or they can say, you know what? Let's just go with Keyshawn. I'm going to make a prediction right now. If Keyshawn looks, not to say Keyshawn going to look sloppy. Y'all already know I like Keyshawn. If Keyshawn looks sloppy against Baranchik, well, I'll just go ahead and throw this out there. Nobody knows Baranchik out here better than Lomachenko does. If Lomachenko looks at the Baranchik and Keyshawn fight, and he says, I fought better against Baranchik than that, he gonna try to take that fight. And it's gonna be an in-house fight. And it's gonna be a unification. Lomachenko still want to be undisputed before he hang it up. So this might be the reason why Top Rank is making this fight so fast. Could be a measuring stick where they like, yeah, Foster was. He looking like, man, hold on. What the plans are. I think that's why he ain't jumping the ring. It's still going to be on the table. I think it's going to be a lot riding on how Baranchik looks against Keyshawn Davis. If he looks anything, if Baranchik goes out there and loses, but he still looks pretty decent, he looks good, I think Lomachenko going to say, you know what? Let me go ahead and take that Keyshawn Davis fight, man. This guy's young. I feel like he's green. I'm going to go ahead and roll with this fight. I think he definitely will. So I think more than anything, the Keyshawn and Baranchik fight, the more that I think about it, I think it's more that jacket Lomachenko got on hard too, man. I think more than anything, he probably thinking about, okay, let me see how he looks against my fellow countrymen. I can get some hints. I mean, it's a perfect matchup. Lomachenko's an older guy, so he gonna try to get anything he could right now. He gonna be like, hey, let me see how he looks. I'm gonna ask Baranchik how he looks. I might even go to the fight. He might go to the fight and be like, no, I'm just here to support him. You know, one of those things. I'm Ukrainian, so I'm just here to support Baranchik. It's the perfect setup. I'm just here to support Baranchik. I'm not fighting right now. They be like, are you retiring? I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see. Right now, I'm enjoying the family. I don't know. He gonna give him one of those. But I wouldn't be surprised he's gonna show up. It's in New York. Yeah, that's what he could fly straight to New York from probably Ukraine and make that happen. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Definitely makes a lot of sense. But I like to see that happen, man. I think Top Rank is gonna do a good job with this 135 division. I knew they had 135 locked a couple of months ago when they started to. Even though they lost Shakur Stevenson, I knew that Keyshawn Davis was gonna be in position to get a belt. I knew that Abdullah Mason was gonna be expedited. They was gonna try to speed him up. He's fighting a lot of fights right now for a prospect, especially around his age. I think he's probably fighting just as many fights as Zayas had this year. Because if you noticed, I noticed back in March, February, I thought that Zayas was going to fight just as many times as Abdullah Mason did this year. But they slowed Zayas down and pushed his fights back because he was supposed to fight in February. And I know he fought in September on the Michaela Mayer card. But I don't know, when was the other time he fought? Yeah, he fought in June against Teixeira. Then he fought in September. Yeah, Zayas, he was gonna go straight from December to February. I forgot what card that was. He was gonna be on I forgot what card it was. I don't think it was a Teofimo card. I don't know. I know Teofimo had a card in February. It was some card he was supposed to be on. I think it was a New York card. But he went straight from that. Yeah, because Zayas, he fought in December then of 2022, then June 2023, then September, then June again. I mean, then December, then June, then December again. I mean, September again. So September, June, December, September, June, December. So this dude that fought in September, June, December, every time, same month. Yeah, I know he's 54. I'm talking about as far as the way Top Rank moving him. I was just talking about Top Rank. I know he's 54. I'm talking about the way Top Rank is how fast Top Rank is moving certain guys and how fast they're not. They kind of pull back and slow down on Zayas. They pull back and slow down on Murataya. They're speeding up on Keyshawn because Keyshawn had fought in like December. Then he came back, fought in February. Then he fought again in July. Fought again in November. He's going to fight again in February. So they're pushing him fast for something. So it makes a lot of sense. But the other thing I wanted to get talk about tonight, but that's huge news though. You definitely gonna hear about that. But when I seen this, I didn't know when they said he was Lomachenko was returning mid-2025. You gotta think about it. They already know when Lomachenko is returning. I put the video up months ago. This was like, let me go back and double check again. This was Yeah, September the 11th when they said when Lomachenko was returning. So a lot of people were saying, yeah, he's retired, but I'm like, they say he's returning in 2025 in the springtime, and they said mid 2025. To be honest with you, they didn't even say spring. They said mid 2025. Yep, that makes up a lot of sense. Yeah, so Lomachenko is definitely going to be in the loop as far as that. Navarrete, he was supposed to fight that guy. That's crazy. That's huge news right there. But yeah, I had that for like a while. But also, I wanted to talk about another thing people not talking about. So it was a lot of news going on that Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia was signed to fight in the springtime of this year. He said IBF's stripping champions, but Lomachenko getting, yeah, yeah. Lomachenko just got that belt. What in March, May? Yeah, you're right. But that one guy, yeah, they are. They wait until the last minute though. They wait until some guys get a belt and then they strip them. IBF tripping right now. They trying to get some of that Saudi money. As soon as a guy fight on the Saudi card, they like, whoa. You notice that, right? Like as soon as a guy's name is mentioned with a Saudi card, or he fights on a Saudi card, like Bitterviv and Jai Patai. I know they did it before Crawford fight on the Saudi card, but they knew Crawford was gonna have big fights. So they did that, you know. They want to get some of these guys, you know, they get a percentage off the purse, so you know, these guys gotta pay a fee. You know, if I was the IBF, I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, hey, this guy fighting on the Saudi card, let me get a piece of that. Yeah, IBF tripping though. They're doing way too much right now. They waiting till Turkey Al-Sheikh get involved. It gotta be the money, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be. I was thinking it was something else, but it gotta be the money. The other sanctioning bodies, they're already involved, you know. But IBF, they're like trying to make some things happen. And they waited, I've seen them wait like 4 or 5 years to strip a guy. I'm talking about a long time. Isn't the guy Bakaram IBF? That guy Bakaram, he's IBF, right? Yeah, Bakaram's an IBF champion. Man, this dude been waiting since like 3 or 4 years to fight Charlo. They just stripped Charlo to right after he fought Canelo. So yeah, the IBF been tripping. Loma is getting that special treatment low key though. You right about that, Pounder. Loma is. Well, Loma has fought a couple of young guys. I give him a little pass. I give him a little pass. But yeah, that was the plan. But as far as with this Teofimo situation, Teofimo was thinking about the Ryan Garcia fight. Now this is the second year in a row. I don't know why, but every time close to Halloween, from July 4th to Halloween, it seems like Ryan Garcia and Teofimo want to fight each other. Now Ryan Garcia wants to fight Teofimo bad. But Teofimo, he's like, yeah, I'll fight Ryan. But then recently he was like, yeah, but I want VADA. I want VADA testing if me and Ryan Garcia fight. You want VADA testing? Not VADA, USADA. My bad. I take that. I recant that statement. He said USADA. He wants USADA doping, you know, to cover the fight as far as the testing. This man, now this is his friend. This man Teofimo Lopez. I'm telling you, I told y'all these guys was quiet about that PED testing, and now they screaming and hollering, and I'm not trying to hear any of it. I told y'all we gave these guys 3 months during the summer. All the fans did. We gave these guys 3 months during the summer to talk about if they need PED testing or is it that serious. They didn't want to discuss it. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. But somebody got to pass the message to these guys that, hey, man, we don't care about if you're testing or not. Not at this point no more. I mean, that ship has sailed. I don't know if any of these boxers understand that, but we're a lot smarter than they actually think we are. We're not going to wait around and figure out who needs to be tested or not. Like, that's your job. You have a whole $1 million company behind you to take care of all those things. Why is that even in discussions right now? Like, to be honest with you, I don't want to, I'm not going to talk about any PED testing no more. Unless it's a guy who's already an advocate as far as for testing. But just like special treatment, like, well, when my fight comes up, I need testing for this fight. First of all, Ryan Garcia is your friend. Why? You don't trust your friend to go in there clean the fight? That doesn't make any sense. Or are these guys really friends or not? That don't sound like a friend. If I was fighting my homeboy, I ain't finna say, hey, my homeboy need to get tested, dog. My friend? Come on, man. I ain't talking about a guy who just you box with. We talking about friends. Like, these guys are really, really friends. They were just hanging out recently. They were hanging out at, what fight they was hanging out at? The one that Virgil Ortiz was fighting on. The Virgil Ortiz fight, when he fought earlier this year. You said Bud? Bro, Canelo wants to fight Bud, bro. I know I'm not talking about that right now, but Canelo wants to fight Bud. So if you got a problem with Canelo fighting, Terrence Crawford fighting any of these guys right now, just tell Canelo not to fight Terrence Crawford then. At this point right now, Canelo wants to fight Terrence Crawford. I don't know if any of you fans understand that. I've been reporting that for about a year now. Canelo said he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford almost 2 years ago. That's why I said, man, y'all got to start, these YouTubers y'all be watching, man, y'all got to figure out who y'all be watching, man. Y'all done wasted like 2 years watching these guys. He wanted to fight him 2 years ago. Canelo was already talking about Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford didn't even talk about Canelo fight until this year. Canelo was talking about that fight last year. You guys don't understand that. I don't know if y'all understand it, but I'm a bigger Canelo fan than most of these guys out here. Trust me. I talk to boxers all the time. They know what time it is. No, Canelo wants to fight Terrence Crawford. Nobody can choose a Canelo fight. I'm not here to talk about Canelo right now. He's not a factor right now, bro. We're talking about real serious stuff right now. You say you think Eddie keeping the Tio and Boots fight on the table so he pays Boots' last fight with Turkey money? Yeah. I think that Eddie has a plan already with Boots, and they're sticking with that. I think a lot of this stuff, as far as the Virgil Ortiz, a lot of people like Robert Garcia. What's up? What's going on, man? I think Ryan Garcia is what's going on, Daniel? I think Ryan Garcia right now is in the loop as far as 47 more than Teofimo is. Teofimo hasn't even dropped his belt yet. So he has to do a lot of different things. I think Eddie has a big plan with what's his name? Jerron Ennis. The plan I seen was Jerron Ennis was an option for. You know what's funny? After Jerron Ennis fought David Avenesian in July, Eddie Hearn went in the post press conference and he said every fight that I was saying for Jerron Ennis. He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to have a fight with Jerron Ennis in November. He could possibly fight on the Bivol card, and then he could possibly fight next year on the Joshua and Fury card." And that was two things I was thinking of, but then he had end up signing Shakur Stevenson. Then Shakur was on the card for Bitterviv and Bivol. So I think Eddie has a plan already. But a lot of people like Robert Garcia, a guy who trains Virgil Ortiz, Bernard Hopkins, who's a guy who's an advisor, a promoter with Virgil Ortiz. He said that Boots isn't ducking. So the news that came out recently, it was just promotion. There wasn't any serious conversations. They said Boots ain't ducking, so that kind of seals the deal on that. Trust me, Boots gonna be able to fight at 154 for the next 5 or 6 years if he want to. But he just wants to finish. If he leaves 47 right now, nobody's gonna be at 47. We have enough guys at 54 to fight for the next 3 years and have elite fights, 50-50 fights every. Xander Zayas isn't even included right now at 54. We have plenty of talent at 54. That's not a problem. Okay, let me look it up real quick. Appreciate that, Truth. Thank you. But we have plenty of time. But Teofimo, he's on the hot seat right now, man. I know that Bob's trying to sweet talk him right now. As far as, yeah, I'm on your side. But Bob trying to feed Teofimo right now. I know he's been trying to feed Teofimo since the Claggett fight. He gonna feed him to somebody. But Teofimo's too smart, man. He's not gonna just take any fight right now. And he's not making over $1 million after taxes. He had the same issue that Brian Norman Jr. had when they was talking about the Jerron Ennis deal. Teofimo, and it's smart. Teofimo doesn't want to take $1.5 million to fight. Two things that happened to Teofimo last year that people didn't report was Teofimo didn't want to take $1.5 million to fight Ryan Garcia. That's highway robbery. And then another thing was, but they looking at it like Teofimo's never been on, he's never been on, what were they saying? Teofimo's never been on pay-per-view. Somebody called me a PVC fan. Somebody said typical PVC. Now I just said the same news that I just said to y'all about Jerron Ennis, right? That makes a lot of sense. Somebody just said typical PVC fan excusing ducking when it comes to his fighters. I don't know where these new fans come from, but somebody got to tell these new fans that PVC has more Mexican fighters fighting right now than any other promotional company. Can somebody please tell these new fans that so they don't have to keep using the excuse of black guys sticking together when it comes to PBC? I don't know if people trying to make PBC seem like it's just a black company. They have more Mexican fighters on their card than anybody. I can go down the list of names right now. But I don't know. Y'all guys got to chill out with all that PBC stuff. The promotional company wars and everything, that's dead. Anybody who's thinking like that, you're showing your age. You got to be over 40 years old talking like that. If you're over 30 talking like that, over 20, I mean, do you really want to talk like these old guys? Like, But PBC has more Mexican fighters than anybody right now. I mean, we see the card that Canelo had in March. Then we see the Tim Tszyu card. The Tim Tszyu card had none but Mexicans on there. The only person that was, it was none but Mexicans on there. The only person that wasn't Mexican was Boachuk, Cordova, and Tim Tszyu. Too many fanboys in boxing. But yeah, what was I at? He was talking about the Teofimo. Yeah, but I think Eddie Hearn was trying to make. See, Eddie Hearn, what he really wanted to do was Barrios. Well, he didn't really want to do it. He was going to do Barrios versus Conor Benn, try to get that belt from Barrios. But a good fight that might happen between Jaron Ennis is Giazov versus. If Giazov ends up beating Stanionis, Jaron Ennis might end up fighting him. That's a guy at 47. If Teofimo comes to 47, he can still make that fight happen at 47. But he got to drop his belt first. I can't really take anything serious as far as what Teofimo is doing if he doesn't drop the belt. It was news that he was going to drop the belt, but he still hasn't dropped the belt at 140. He can move up and fight at 47 and go back down, but that's not something I see him doing. Teofimo doesn't like to cut weight. You'll never see Teofimo drain at a weigh-in, so that's a big hint you guys can look at. But as far as Teofimo last year, back to what I was saying, Teofimo, he was supposed to fight Tank like last year. Him and Tank was talking about fighting, but Tank wanted him to go back down to 35. Well, Tank's people wanted him to go back down to 35. And Teofimo hasn't fought at 35 since. It doesn't make sense. And he wasn't getting paid what he wanted. He was okay with the money, but the rehydration clause, I mean, why would they put a rehydration clause on Teofimo Lopez? The dude's thinking about going back down to 35. And they said, yeah, let's do a rehydration clause. I'm like, nah. So I can't call the man a duck because he's not at 35 no more. He was willing to go back down to 35. But they put a rehydration clause in there. And then right after that, Ryan Garcia offered 1.5. And Teofimo said on live, I don't want to fight him, you know what I'm saying, as far as we're friends or whatever. Then he thought about it. They offered him 1.5 million, and he's like, I'm gonna get that fight Steve Claggett. And come to find out, he got 1.5 to fight Steve Claggett. After taxes, it wasn't 1.5 million. It was a little under $1 million, but it was still Steve Claggett. So makes a lot of sense as far as business. He's trying to be smarter with his business. Early in his career, he was just fighting guys like Kambosos and Lomachenko, and now he's probably looking back like, oh, I should have got more money for that fight. But for him to say he needs the PED tested for Ryan, come on, man. I'm not saying that he's scared or nothing to fight Ryan, because he has thought about it like 2 or 3 times. But he is scared to fight him without USADA testing, though. That goes to show right there. When people say, oh, that power don't matter, you know, it's the left hook. Nah. Teofimo, he want that testing. And that also shows that he's a clean fighter, too. Gotta give him credit for that. I gotta give Teofimo credit for that. He's a clean fighter. That definitely shows he's a clean fighter. Yeah, at 1.5. So he's only taking like half of that home. He still got to pay other people. So he probably walking home with what? 600,000. I mean, they're going to eat into that taxes. And then you have the guys he got to pay and everything. Then he got to pay his, he got to pay his taxes. Then he got to pay the team, the people he works with, managers and everything else. And then, I don't think Top Rank's taking anything off of that, but, who knows? Yeah, who knows? I'm pretty sure they get their money through other ways, like through TV contracts. Yeah, but that's how much he was getting paid. He wasn't happy with the pay with Ryan. And then this time around, He's not even talking about the money. He's like, man, I need testing. As far as Jaron Ennis, when Teofimo first talked about Jaron Ennis, he was just saying that he's more so like friends with Jaron Ennis, never really thought about fighting him. So he's just now getting his mind around, hey, I could fight Jaron Ennis, you know. This in like August, he wasn't really thinking about it. He talked about it, but he didn't think it wasn't anything serious in his mind. The first thing he said was, I remember winning a tournament with Jaron Ennis there, and it was a good moment in his career. He felt like he was in a good spot after he won the tournament. Jaron Ennis was dominating around that same time. He looks at him like an elite fighter, a young guy around the same age as him. You said Hitchens to fight Boots. He already did and got beat down. I seen that already. I seen that like 10 years ago. He got beat down in that fight. Hitchens will get beat down by, I like Hitchens, but he'll get beat down by Boots. Trust me. He'll have a hard time with Karen. I like Hitchens. Hitchens is one of my favorite fighters, but he'll get beat down by Boots though. I think Hitchens need to go towards a Teofimo route. Has to have the money get put up, but I think it's a better chance of Hitchens fighting Teofimo than either of those guys fighting Boots. Because I don't think either guy is serious about 47 yet. I can see Teofimo probably 1 or 2 more fights going towards 47. I'm hearing him right now going back and forth with Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. called him out, wanting to fight. Maybe Bob trying to make that fight happen. That's an in-house fight. That's very possible. So I'm gonna throw that out there right now. If you guys haven't heard that, Teofimo Lopez and Brian Norman Jr. were supposed to fight in September, and Teofimo wasn't comfortable moving to 47 yet. I want to say. You said who's lying about the Haney fight? T.O. should taking the fight in Riyadh. Sounds like he tried to lowball Haney with the current offer. The way, if I had to look at anything right now, as far as them saying Haney turned down a fight, no, I don't think that happened. I haven't really seen T.O. in a Riyadh season fight yet, so I would have to go with that. And also, Bob, T.O.'s not just gonna jump into a fight real quick right now without thinking. He gonna weigh his options right now. He doesn't have to rush. As far from what I've seen recently, Teofimo's turned down more offers than Haney has. Teofimo has turned down the Ryan thing, like I said, recently. Him and Ryan announced that he was going to fight. Even Ryan's dad announced that Teofimo was going to fight. They agreed to fight in April. And then right after that, he came out and said he wanted USADA testing. So that's not going to happen. Then that's when the Haney and Teofimo fight, that was talked about like 2 or 3 months ago. And he turned that down like 2 or 3 months ago. This is after he turned down the Brian Norman Jr. fight that was supposed to happen in September. So if I had to just look at everything, Teofimo is not trying to jump into a situation right now without knowing clearly what he's doing. And that's kind of messed him up in the past. I'm going to tell you why. Teofimo's contract with Top Rank was supposed to be done. Teofimo's contract with Top Rank was supposed to be done the same time as Shakur Stevenson. But you remember he did the fake retirement before Shakur Stevenson did? Then when he did the fake retirement, he took off a long time. I want to say, let me look at his record. He took a long break. I think it was I know it was after the Kambosos fight, but I'm trying to figure out exactly when. Yeah, Teofimo, after the Kambosos fight, he didn't fight until 2022 with Kampa. And then he fought December with Sandor Martin 2022. And then Josh Taylor last summer. And then he didn't fight again until February with Jermaine Ortiz. And then in the middle of all this, so Teofimo's only fought 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only fought 4 times in the last 2 years. And also, he did an extension in the middle of that. So he kind of messed his contract up. He extended his contract with Bob around that time. If you want to know me personally what's going on, I'm going to tell you what's really going on. Teofimo is not going to take a big offer right now. A big fight. He's not going to take a big fight with Turkey or anybody right now if he's still with Top Rank. He'll rather just go directly to Turkey and have that fight with Haney. So that's the reason he's really not taking the fight, because he thought that he was going to be out of the contract the same time Shakur Stevenson was. But then Bob Arum said, "No, I don't want you out of this contract because you're not done. You still owe us." Bob Arum said, "You still owe us 2 or 3 more fights." And that's when Teofimo was like, "What? I don't owe you 2 or 3 more fights. I'm not fighting those." His contract was supposed to be up the same time as Shakur. I had did a video on it last year. He even said it. I'll pull it up for you guys so you'll be able to see it. He was bragging about it last year. He was like, "Yeah, man, my contract's going to be up in 2024. He was like, "Yeah, my contract's going to be up in 2024. Where is it at? Oh, here it goes. When was this? I can't find it, I don't think. Man, I can't find it. I did a video on it, but I can't find it. But yeah, his contract was supposed to be up last year around this time. Well, not up the last year around this time. Oh yeah, last year he said, "I want," here it goes. This is when he started talking about contracts. So he thought his contract was done. Let me pull this up for you guys real quick. Yeah, when he started saying this last year after the Josh Taylor fight. So you remember he got the Josh Taylor fight, he had got the belt. So Teofimo was like, "Yeah, if I'm gonna come back to Top Rank, I'm gonna need a long-term deal." And that's, you remember last year he was asking for $100 million or something like that. Y'all remember that? When he said, "I want $100 million." So this was last year. He thought that his contract was gonna be up the same time as Shakur Stevenson, which it was supposed to. But Shakur's been fighting more though. And he hasn't really fought that much. He fought twice this year, but hasn't fought much since. He fought Sandor Martin, then he went straight into the Josh Taylor fight. Then he fought Jermaine Ortiz, and then he fought Claggett. That's 2 years. He's only fought 4 guys. And you know, when you're on Top Rank, these guys are fighting 3 or 4 times a year. So that, I already knew then, oh yeah, that contract definitely doesn't make sense as far as being up. And here it goes right here. This is last summer. He said all this like within a few weeks. Let me go back and find this again. Within a few weeks, he was talking about all this. Let me try something real quick. That's not working. I'm trying to pull it up again. All right, here we go. Yeah, dude said he wanted $100 million. Yeah, I remember all this stuff, man. That's why it's good, man. If you ever do a YouTube channel, man, it's always good to do a video on something, because it's almost like reading it or reading a book. You're gonna remember it, or studying like for a test or whatever. But yeah, he said this in, what month was this? Was June 12th, 2023. This is before he fought Josh Taylor, or around that same time he's fighting Josh Taylor. Man, I appreciate y'all. I don't know what I did. I think I maybe mistaken pulled a cord out of the back or something. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, Teofimo Lopez, he had that $100 million that he was trying to get last year. And that was a hint at he wasn't getting paid what he wanted after that George Kambosos situation. I'm going to be real with you. George Kambosos is getting 10 or 12. Man, the money George Kambosos has right now. Y'all remember what George Kambosos said to Richard Hitchens? He said, man, I'm making I got supercars outside. I got a state-of-the-art gym. I'm doing it big right now. You said the Wolves? Yeah, I don't know what the Wolves doing, man. Wolves look bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the Wolves ain't got no playmakers right now. The Wolves are like the 85 Bulls right now. Ooh, 32-20? Man. That boy was cooking. Yeah, man, I don't know what Ant-Man was doing tonight. What Ant-Man have? Ant-Man went out there and got outplayed by Cat? Sad, bro. He said T.O. claims that he made T.O. claims he made ESPN over $100 million for his fights. So he feels he rates that kind of contract after his win over WBO light welterweight champion Josh Taylor last Saturday night. This is what T.O.'s worried about right now. I'm going to drop that hint on y'all. This is what T.O.'s worried about. T.O. wants that money. He seen what Kambosos got right after he lost to Kambosos. He like, no way. That's his problem with Top Rank right now. Yeah, appreciate y'all for hanging in there, man. Man, y'all might well. They should have just kept Jimmy. Hey, you should. And out there putting up Jimmy Butler numbers. And out there putting up Jimmy Butler numbers, man. Should have just kept Jimmy Butler. Yeah, he tripping. That man, he ain't even get 20 points. And half of those probably free throws. Man. Ain't nobody on the Knicks that can guard Ant and keep him to 17 points, but they did it. Oh, they probably put OG on him. Oh, OG Anunoby was probably on him, huh? I gotta start covering basketball a little bit more too. I know too much about basketball not to be covering it too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ooh, Booker would look nice on the Wolves. Booker would look nice on the Wolves. You know what they really need? They need somebody like Malik Monk. They need somebody like Malik Monk. I seen Malik Monk recently get like 8 assists, 20 points, 8 assists. I think he came off the bench too doing that. They need somebody like Monk. Monk would be a good addition. Get you somebody who can put some points up real quick. I like Malik Monk. He can get it done. That'll be a good addition. Let me look at what you had seen, Truth. I'm glad my computer reset because now my Discord working. Hey, that boy got 42 knockouts. Let me pull up old boy on his Instagram too. Hey, this referee right here bad too, but I like this guy. I like this referee. I like this referee. They gotta be on Pro Box. Yeah, I like that ref. He alright. Yeah, I thought that guy was bigger than that. Man, he got a good right hook, man. This dude got a nasty right hook. This dude got a nasty right hook. Yeah, let me follow him real quick. Yeah, boxing is getting in the groove right now. But yeah, Teofimo, that makes a lot of sense, man. Teofimo want a certain amount of money right now. I'm putting out some good information too, man. If anybody want to use it. I ain't sitting around here hoarding no information. Teofimo wants a big payday. He want at least $20 million. If he can get like 15, 10, probably $10 million. Give him $10 million right now. He'll be all right with that. But ever since he seen Kambosos get that $10 million, he like, all I had to do was win one more fight and I would have got $10 million. And I also know he thinking like, man, Lomachenko I beat Lomachenko. I didn't get $10 million. Kambosos beat me. I got $10 million. You said the resume? I was just finna look it up just now. I'm glad Discord working. He must got a resume like Mendy do. Let me see how to spell his name real quick. Am I putting his name in right? Oh, Dora. Hey, this a common name over there. This dude name common. It's like Michael Jordan. Ooh, they was sticking him in there with some dogs, boy. Ooh. Hey, you know who else got a good resume? You know who else got a good resume? I'm gonna show you another guy. What that guy in Iglesias for? It's a dude who in Iglesias for. It's a guy in Iglesias' fault that got a good resume like that. What he at? What's his name? Is this him? Oh yeah, check this guy out, bro. I know you already know this guy. True. This dude resume right here. Look at his resume. I looked at his. His better than the one you just showed me. Watch this. You seen this dude resume? I think I put it up there. Did it go through? I'm gonna show you on the screen though, so you gotta go through all that. Yeah, that dude for real, man. Yeah, the dude that fought Vilbel. Man, hey, that dude straight, man. He can box, man. Yeah, bro, decent. I learned a lot watching him fight. Matter of fact, his fight helped me predict that Ivanov in Iglesias. Yeah, this dude the real deal right here. Only been stopped twice. If you look at his resume, being stopped twice, he 36. Hey, and went the distance with Iglesias too, dog. Look at that. He went 12 with Iglesias. I ain't gonna lie though. If you look at this last fight where he got stopped at, this top one, where he got knocked out at, he was fighting a guy who was 200 pounds and he only weighed 184. And that's after moving up from 68 to 74. His last couple of fights. Got stopped by a guy who was 200 pounds. Then he went Vosdick. He fought Vosdick, got stopped in the 8th round. Oh, he broke his hand. He didn't get stopped. He broke his hand against Vosdick. Oh, he broke his hand. Yeah, dude got a resume, bro. Eleanor Alvarez. He fought Kovalev. Man, he got a nice resume. He fought Tony Bellew twice. This dude fought Tony Bellew twice and got a draw. Split decision draw. Hey, man, that's a nice resume, man. You said Uzutaki, that's a good fight for Garcia. I don't know if he's ready. Oh, man, my bad. I ain't even show you the names. I'm sorry. Let me go back through this. Yeah, he fought Iglesias right here. Around this area. Iglesias. Then he fought Bivol. Then he fought Vosdick, broke his hand. So the fight only got stopped because he broke his hand. So that's crazy. So with all these names on here, he got Eldar Alvarez. He got Tony Bellew twice. Split decision draw. You know what that mean? Hey, truth, when they have a split decision draw, you know what that mean? That mean he really won. Let me try to pull it back some. Yeah, split decision draw, that mean the dude won. Yeah, he got a nice resume. I like this resume. It's a real resume right here. Yeah, he got a real resume, man. This dude is a real deal. So he would have went the distance with Vosdick. Hey, man, shoot. Hey, to be honest with you, I'm going to say this right now. If David Morrell go out there and lose to Benavidez, he need to fight this guy next. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there right now. He lose to Benavidez, this is who he need to fight next. This guy only got knocked out once. The other time they talking about a stoppage. That was because of the broke hand. So that's not really, he didn't really get hurt. And the guy he got knocked out by he weighed 16 pounds more than him. He came in at 184 and this dude came in at 199. Is that guy even a cruiserweight? Dang, he went in there and fought a cruiserweight. Yeah, that's a good fight. Garcia need to get in the ring though, man. I don't know what PBC doing. He at 68 too now? I don't know, man. 168 ain't no joke. I don't know. After he had that situation with Kyron Davis, 168 is no joke. He might have to pull back on that 168 situation. Yeah, PBC gotta get him on the ball, man. He's gaining weight way too much. Way too much he's gaining weight. I know he's growing, but bro, you go up another weight class, you're done. He go up to 175. He's done. Yeah, man. They need to make some of these fights in Africa a little more easy to find, though. I wanted to watch that one fight that Ronald Ellis had recently. Ronald Ellis. Did you see the fight when Ronald Ellis fought in Africa recently? He fought in Johannesburg. This who Ronald Ellis fought. I'm gonna show you. I think Ronald Ellis said he won that fight though. Felt like he won it. I couldn't see the highlights or nothing. I wanted to watch it live. I thought he was gonna be able to take this fight. He was a big underdog too. Bro, I was so mad. I took the bet on it. He was a huge underdog too. Huge underdog. Yeah, the fight went 10 rounds. Do they got the fan scoring on here? Let me see the fan scoring. I don't know how anybody found this fight if they seen it. Nah, ain't no fan scoring on there. Ain't nobody find it. 97, 93, 99, 91, 97, 93. I heard there was some home cooking involved in that fight. This the guy he lost to the yeah, this the guy he lost to. Yeah, that fight was hard to find, man. I couldn't even find it. Some of these fights you gotta literally be in Africa or in the Middle East to even like be able to even view it online. Even if you can't pay for it or nothing. Even if it's on pay-per-view. A lot of these fights on pay-per-view too. I think this fight was on pay-per-view. Yeah, I want to see what Sanjo do against and Billy, dog. I can't believe we called that fight the other day. That might have been the greatest thing we ever did on this channel. Sitting here talking about Sanjo and Billy the other day. Ooh, that boy Jen out there putting in work. Go ahead and show this real quick. Jen out there putting in work. I don't know why Jen remind me of Canelo so much, man. I don't know if he be trying to be Canelo or what. Just naturally remind me of Canelo. He only 23 though. I didn't know that. I think he's 23. He might be younger than that. I think that's what we said, 23. Yeah, Flash versus Jen be good. You think Jen gotta come over here to get these fights, or he gotta stay over there? You think a lot of guys gonna come over here? Like a lot of guys like Jen gonna start coming over here? I don't think he really got to right now. I think probably 2 or 3 years he probably can. He at 47. Let that division build up. Yeah, let 47 build up a little bit. That boy JoJo in the gym. Let's go, JoJo. No, you just took a loss, but let's get back in there. The boy Scooter Davis a beast. Yeah, watch out for him. I don't know who this is. She got some hands though. She a prospect? Ooh, 12 time. 12-time national champ. Hey. Hey, bro. Hey, True, let me ask you a question. I ain't trying to be messy. Hey, who look like they were getting hands put on them in this picture? Hey, hey, True, who you? Oh yeah, John Ingram. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I ain't. He got a show. Yeah, John Ingram straight. He's straight. John Ingram straight. I like John Ingram. I just gotta see. I just gotta see a couple of things. I just gotta see a couple of things. I ain't trying to get Khalil Cole. Shout out to Coach Khalil Cole though, for real. But I ain't trying to fall into a trap like that where I see something and then I'm like, ah. Bumgarner getting them hand put on a little bit. I ain't being messy. I'm just saying. I'm just talking. My eyes look a little blurry a little bit. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, hey, look up under them eyes though. No. Hey, look at under them eyes. Cause look, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I said that. This picture look just like what Bibble. This picture look like what Bibble and Bitter, not Bitterbill, when Benavidez and Bibble was sparring. Bibble had looked like he just woke up. That girl 12-time national champ on the left, boy. 12 time. She ain't playing. 12 of them things. No, I think that's just how she look. Yeah, she look like she the truth. She next up right there. 12 time? Man, she gonna be a problem. Yeah, she been doing this. Yeah, 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 you right. He said look between our eyes. Man, yeah, I like the prospects that's coming up right now though. They're getting a lot more active. I would like to see that guy Dylan Price we were just talking about yesterday though. Oh, O'Shea Jones, I like her. She be putting in some hands. Okay, what is this? They showing female fighters. These some prospects. Let me follow them. See what time it is. I'm pretty sure if they associated with her page, that mean they got some hands on them. On Twitter, I got some prospects. I be seeing on Twitter, man. They got some hands. Yeah, I'm starting. I just came up with an idea. I'm starting doing some videos. Let's see what kind of news they got coming out right now. I think the biggest news that came out for us today is that Christian and Billy fight. I didn't think he was gonna get another fight this soon. That boy Morel and Benavidez are so mad at each other. Yeah, I can't wait till they get these fights started, man. By the time the end of January happens, when we get around the Steve Nelson and Pacheco fight, everything gonna start happening. There's a lot of stacked cards coming out now. A lot of these promoters, man, they starting to let their hands go as far as these cards. They starting to let everything, all hands on deck. They pushing everything to the table. Jackpot going straight to the middle. They all in now. They letting everything go. Yeah, Sanjo knocked out Diego Chavez. Can't believe we missed that, man. Sanjo went out there and really knocked this dude out, though. Yeah, I was mad I missed this fight. Man, and Billy better go out there ready, dog. I'm telling you. You said this is who you rolling with? This is what I'm rolling with right now. Only thing that worried me is he's the same size as Charles Conwell. I think him and Charles Conwell the same size, ain't they? This dude like a Charles Conwell at 68 though. Man, that 168 division it's getting serious. I'm definitely loving boxing right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely loving it. 2025 gonna be the best year we had in the last 10 years in boxing. I'm gonna go ahead and predict that right now. 168 is gonna be just as good as 54 was this year. 35 will make its way towards there. I think 130 is the wall starting to close in on that weight class. 122, I don't know. It's not a lot of hope for 22 right now. A lot of people thinking about leaving 122. I think everything from 118 down, that's gonna be good. 140, I don't know. They gotta start making some things happen. They got some good fights lined up though. They got that Gary Antoine Russell and Rayo fight. That's gonna be a game changer. Don't be surprised though, man. PBC would definitely think about. I don't know, man. I could see Tank jumping in the ring with a guy like Gary Antoine Russell, but it'll be tough to make. People will be surprised. Hey, if Tank does that, that'll be a big surprise to everybody. Because what? He's gonna fight. Gary Antoine Russell is gonna fight before Tank. He fighting on the Benavidez card, ain't he? No, he's fighting on the Tank Davis card. They should have had that fight in DC. Yeah, Tank might. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much. But Tank might end up calling out Gary Antoine Russell. He win that fight. Or Rayo. He could end up calling out one of those guys. They always put Tank on the same card as a guy he could possibly fight in the future. Or they put him on a PBC card. It's usually a guy. Like they did that with Roach and Hector Garcia. Then you had Hector Garcia and Chris Colbert. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. I think it's pretty late right now. I ain't want to hold y'all up too much, man. I know we've been in here a long time. I wanted to get back in here. I had kind of kicked myself out. I don't know what was going on earlier. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming through, dog. You already know, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be in here early Saturday when we have that Fury and Usyk fight. I'm gonna be on here early. I'm gonna be on here all day. I know everything that's going on. Yeah, man, I know it's late for you, dog. Go ahead and get you some rest for tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to be on here twice tomorrow. Cause I know Saturday gonna be you know, try to do 2 lives. Yeah, if you don't be there, man, you know, you can check in, you know. I'm gonna still be in touch with you. Whether it's that night or whatever, I might do a post fight that night. So whenever you show up, you know, I'll be around. I'll be waiting on you to show up whenever you show up. It is what it is. I know you out there working hard, man. Hold it down though, man. I appreciate you for coming through, dog. If not, I'm gonna put it in the Discord for you.